I'm here with Roger Black, Olympic medalist, public professional speaker, and co-founder with Steve Backley for Perform in Property. And I wanted to ask him a question whilst I've got him here on overcoming challenges. And did he have some challenges in his Olympic running career? And does he have challenges now as he builds his portfolio and educates other people on how to do that as well through Perform in Property? So, Roger, now...
Simple answer to those two questions, yes and yes.
Yes and yes.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, you can take my athletic career. I had a career that spanned 14 years, but over those 14 years, I missed 4 or 5 of them through injury. I had 5 operations. I broke my foot, was out for nearly 2 years. I had both my knees operated on, my hip. I missed a whole year with glandular fever. It was part of being, a top-class athlete. So of course I had adversity, of course I had challenges. What got me through them? Yes, I had the dream, I believed in my ability, and I managed to come back and be successful. And it's the same in business. My business career hasn't been hugely, straight line successful. We've had, but it's okay. Always evolving, ups and downs, but I think that's the same for most people. But one of the constants in all of this is that during the really difficult times, I've always had a counsel. I've always had a group of people, friends, that are honest with me, and I can be honest with them, and I can call them up and see them, and you've got someone you can really talk to who, and some of them have been very successful actually in what they do, but we've always had that. And I think that's really important. Now, obviously, one person who's part of that council for me on a daily basis is Steve Backley, we run Perform in Property together, we're property investors together. So Steve is the person I go to, he's my go-to, absolutely, because we're sharing this journey together. Yeah. But outside of Steve, there are 3 or 4 other people who, and maybe you have the right person for the right challenge, who I know I can call upon, and they can call upon me, and they're just there on my journey, and they're confidants, and they're people. And I think that's really important. I think everybody who's on that journey, whatever it may be, don't go alone. Have people who you've got, behind you who are there to support you when you need them.
So how does somebody at home watching this, they feel like the people around them are not the right counsel?
No, well, find the right people. Find the right people. Often it's not the people closest to you because not everyone has the same ambition or dreams, and that's nothing wrong with that. We can't. Yeah, I've got brothers and sisters that are doing different things to me. It's not that. It's just find the right people for the right situation. People on that journey. There are people in my life who have no interest in property investing. I mean, there are people who, very close people, who don't really associate property with very well. Yeah. There are other people who are very successful property investors. So it's not difficult to know who you turn to when it comes to something to do with property. But it's not always just about property or anything. It's about you. It's about me. So there are other people I would talk to who aren't necessarily involved in business, but the people who know me, old school friends who know me when I was young, So I think it's important that you have people you can talk to, depending on the situation you're in. It's quite lonely. I mean, they say it's very lonely at the top. They say, I'm not at the top, but I understand what they're saying there.
But you've experienced it.
Yeah. And the better you become at something, the fewer people you can turn to. But I think most people who are successful, whatever that may be, if you look deeper, they've got people they turn to. They've got their counsel, and that's either friends, family, or whatever it may be. And I think we all need that.
So great. So the message for people watching this and at home is find yourself a counsel.
Yeah.
And those who are interested in property investing, that counsel comes through Performing Property.
Absolutely. Well, if you want to get involved in property, then be around people who are involved.
As simple as that.
Well, I think it's a really important thing. It sounds simple, but actually, often it's the simple things that are most effective. Get the skills, get the knowledge, get the understanding. You have to have that. But be around property people, because property people talk a certain way. The people on the Perform Property courses are pretty positive people. The people delivering the courses, because these are people who invariably have completely changed their lives around.
Yes.
So they are very passionate because they have changed their lives, and they'll share those stories, and they want to share those stories with the people in the room because they really believe that you can do it.
And they can change their lives as well.
they're not saying it's easy, but they're saying, look, I've done it. I turned my life around. You can do it too, and I know it can be done, and I want to help you do it.
And that's the key. It's like, so we're also here to help you make that happen. But we become your counsel.
Absolutely. But if you want someone to become your counsel, you have to invest in them. You have to find time with them. You have to listen to them, and you have to ask them. And if you do that, you'll be in a pretty good place.
Great, thank you. That answers the question. The key there is get a counsel.
Yeah.